$12 billion in hardware losses. That is the scale of the damage claim leveled against the United States military in a single conflict. According to Iranian state media broadcasts reporting on what they call the Ramadan War, this sum is the result of 60 highly advanced defense assets being permanently destroyed. The broadcast includes a pointed assertion alongside these numbers. They insist this widespread operational failure is actively hidden from the public by a highly coordinated censorship campaign across Western media. We are not here to independently verify the fog of war. Instead, we are going to strictly audit the alleged receipt. By treating this claim as a financial ledger, we can see exactly what a $12 billion combat loss looks like on paper. Itemizing these 60 specific targets shows how modern doctrine is changing. Bankrupting an opponent's technological infrastructure has become as significant as capturing physical territory. The vast majority of the $12 billion bill comes from a single line item. Over $9 billion is attributed to just 15 radar and air defense systems. The list targets top-tier ground systems like the AN/TPY and AN/FPS radars. The math reveals an average cost of roughly $600 million. These systems command such high prices because they use phased array technology. These are essentially incredibly dense supercomputers, using thousands of microscopic antennas to process massive volumes of incoming signals simultaneously. Neutralizing 15 of these platforms strips an entire theater of operations of its foundational early warning capabilities, leaving everything else completely vulnerable. Moving up the kill chain, the report claims the destruction of an E-3 AWACS plane, valued at $350 million. This is followed by heavy drone casualties. The list includes 30 separate combat and reconnaissance drones, explicitly naming the MQ-9 Reaper and Hermes platforms, totaling over $750 million. These aircraft operate as flying data centers, coordinating complex airspace and relaying critical surveillance data to other units. Systematically eliminating these airborne sensors guarantees that the adversary is forced to fight completely blind during the subsequent phases of an attack. The narrative then outlines direct hits to strike capabilities. This section accounts for over $600 million across multiple F-15s, F-16s, F-18s, and a single highly advanced F-35 stealth fighter. But the most devastating operational blow falls in the logistics column, a massive $1.3 billion tied up in a fleet of 10 KC-135 and KC-46 aerial refueling tankers. Modern air combat relies heavily on a parasitic relationship. Without the heavy tankers to constantly refuel them mid-air, those multi-million-dollar strike fighters are effectively grounded due to their limited range. This animated tally shows exactly how the Iranian media mathematically reached their threshold. Adding $50 million for 2 UH-60 Blackhawks to the totals for the radars, drones, fighters, and the logistics fleet perfectly calculates to over $12 billion. The specific combination of these 60 assets describes a surgical dismantling of a complete logistical kill chain. The source text includes a crucial caveat. It frames this $12 billion figure explicitly as a minimum narrative that managed to bypass enemy censorship, implying the true cost is much higher. Why does a state media apparatus prioritize broadcasting an obsessive, itemized financial ledger over traditional imagery of territorial conquest? This is a strategy of asymmetric financial pain. The objective is to increase the cost of engagement until the financial burden becomes a strategic liability. Whether the list is literal truth or fabricated propaganda, the broadcast of this specific receipt is a calculated tactic. It is designed to turn the sheer expense of a modern defense budget into a psychological vulnerability.